Hey everyone, I am back with a book review. And as you can see, I'm reviewing the book The Crossed, and it's by T.J. Rao. This book, it had like a futuristic twist for me. It was basically pretty much the time period is set in about 2084, so it's very far at this point in the future. Obviously, it's like 64 years from now. But basically, The Crossed is about basically the government outlawing mixed race kids and people to be able to live with society. So it becomes kind of like a very prejudiced time period where it's believed that if you're of mixed race or if your parents weren't of the same race or whatever, basically they believe that you're almost poisoned, you're diseased, you can't be around everyone else. So what they do is they banish them off to these small communities, and that's what the Crossed is they're small communities of people who aren't just black or they're not just white. And what they're trying to do is basically make sure that these people go almost extinct. I hate to even use that word, but they're trying to make sure that these people aren't able to reproduce, I guess, and have more like mixed race kids. And it it was different. It definitely was different. It kind of felt like a situation of the Holocaust again, except they're not being killed off. It just reminded me of just like that mindset of like, oh, they can't be around us. We don't need our kids around them. And it's like the people who don't live in the cross, they're even wondering, what do these people look like? What are they like? What do they sound like? What do they do? Like, it's just almost like they're almost seen as like aliens. So the main character, Hart, his father is like the president of his father's the governor or the mayor. I want to say his father's the governor of this place that they live in. But his father's an ass. Like, it's very clear his father's an ass. His father is kind of mean to his maids. The father's mean to his wife. Like, the father's just mean as hell. He's definitely who you would think of when you think of politicians and how some of them are so snooty and so mean to people and they feel like everyone's below them. That's the vibe and energy his father gives off. And Hart, which is the main character, he plays into his father's charades and stuff. He goes to school and he's trying to get a degree in journalism because he actually cares about the people that live in the cross. He wants to get to know them. He wants to get to know, why do they have to be banished away? Like, he is definitely the one person, it seems like, in his household that actually has a concern for it. Of course, the maids can't because they'd be without a job. I can only imagine what his father would do to them. But the thing is, some people from the cross are starting to escape, and there's protests going on because they believe it's their right to live with everyone else, as it should be. So there's also another person in the book, which is his friend Ember. And Ember, she kind of thinks he's a little wild for wanting to go over there and wanting to see what's going on, but at the same time, she kind of supports him. Now, he has this whole dream about this dream girl that he's obsessed with. I'm talking about Hart at this point. He's having this whole dream about this girl that he's dreaming about, and he wants to have a chance to get to see her. When oh my God, I don't even want to say escapes. When he sneaks on to where the cross is, where the people live, he ends up seeing this girl, and her name's Violetta, and he's just like captivated by her beauty. He wants to get to know her more. But when Violetta first meets him, she wants no parts. She doesn't want to get to know him. She doesn't want to know what's going on. She's telling him, you need to leave. She's telling him and Ember that snuck on, you guys need to leave. So he tells her, like, basically, like, I'll be back. Like, you playing hard to get now, whatever, but I'll be back. But it was like in a cute way, whatever. So Violetta decides that she shouldn't tell, I want to call her roommate, basically. This lady that she's working with, Nova, she basically decides it's best not to tell Nova what's going on. But as the time goes on in the book, as you guys can guess, it becomes somewhat of a love story because it's almost like a Romeo and Juliet situation of they really have feelings for each other, but they're really not supposed to even know each other. They're not supposed to be around each other. So you guys can only imagine how much of an issue that would create for them. You guys have to check this book out. It is on Kindle. I want to say it was available with Kindle Unlimited. You guys can read this book, add it to your library. You don't have to worry about outright purchasing it. Just be able to read it and get a feel for it. But I'm sure once you do read the book on Kindle Limited, you probably will purchase it to add it to your collection. So if you guys have not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I definitely would give this book 5 stars if I left a review for it, because it was different, you guys. It was a new spin on things. It was something new. It didn't have like the whole, oh, alien versus this and that. Like, it was definitely different. It was a nice futuristic type of thing. So I will see you guys in my next book review. Bye.